Tyler Robertson was a Republican. It looks like his parents were, right? Is there proof that he was? Yellow?
Hey, Pickles.
What's up, man?
Yeah, there's 4chan and everything, the Griper movement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Nick Fuentes, they're basically saying he's a far-right Republican. And he donated $224.48 to the Trump campaign in 2020.
Whoa.
Yeah, if you go to X right now and just search Griper and Tyler Robinson, you'll get a ton of information.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to jump down.
All right, appreciate you. He dressed up as Trump and a Groiper. Was he a Groiper? Shooting suspect linked to alt-right movement. Was arrested Friday. Robinson become more politically in recent years. Family members have recently alleged criticized Kirk in a conversation. He was arrested for aggravated murder and other charges. How do you do to y'all? We got more people in the box. One sec. So anti-fascist, but not right wing, but still right wing, yeah. Oh. Am I happy? No. Hello?
Hey, bud.
What's up?
Hey, what's up, chat? I wanted to talk to you guys. We need a YouTube mod. If anyone is interested, if you're already in the Discord, you can go to the applications thread in Discord and fill out an application. If you're not in the Discord, the link is in Pickle's bio. So please join. Also tap the screen. Share the live out. Do the heart me. It's only 1 coin. It really helps the algorithm. Make sure you're gifting Pickles. It helps protect the live. TikTok likes gifting, and it helps protect it. So, but let's get into some debates, guys. MAGA, if you're wanting to debate, just request. Pickles will bring you up. All right, have fun, Pickles.
Thank you, Sarah.
All right, bye.
Someone says, "Why do you hate Trump?" Come up and talk to me about it. Come tell me why you like Trump. Groiper is somebody who follows Nick Fuentes. Hello?
Hello.
What's up? Are you a Trump supporter?
I am.
What do you like about Trump?
How does it feel to now know that everyone knows Democrats are nutcases after a transgender shot up a church last week, another kid, anti-Semitic liberal, shot up a high school, and now Charlie Kirk is dead because of the violent rhetoric that has led to this?
So the trans person that shot up that church was right wing?
Shut the fuck up. You're all stupid.
It was right wing, far right. See how fragile they are? You think that guy's going to go say the same thing? That guy's really going to go say the same thing in like 5 minutes to another streamer. Yeah, he ran fast. I don't know. What's up, Bert? Hello?
Hey, host. I'm not probably the demographic you want to talk to, but I kind of wanted to say something since you have, 500 people in here. Did you know that in 2016, like Charlie Kirk led the initiative with the Turning Point stuff about, he had like a thing online where you would report teachers who were like quote unquote liberals or who trampled on conservative students' like rights, whatever rights those are. And basically he had like a witch hunt website, right? Teachers lost their jobs, teachers got death threats, teachers, all types of shit, right? Later on in his career, he was asked about it and if he regretted it, if he was sorry about it, if it was something that was messed up. He said, no, I'm not. Basically what he said was, no, I'm not, sorry for it. People should be held responsible for their words.
Sucks there's so many things that come back to haunt Charlie when he's dead. There's a lot of stuff. Thank you.
It's really crazy how the guy who actually ended up doing it to him was a Nick Fuentes groyper. And it's a lot, it's really coincidental. The timing is kind of crazy with, Jeffrey's 50th scrapbook coming out and all that stuff. And who knows what that's about, but it's literally kind of set in stone proven that the dude who ended up doing that to Charlie was on the same spectrum as him. He's a straight white guy who existed in the 4chan space, who red pilled and, probably spam slurs and all that type of stuff. And I think it's just interesting how the discourse is going with this when you take into account the objective truths and facts of what happened to Charlie. Not that it's okay and people should be doing that to people who voice their opinions, quote unquote, but I mean, the only thing I've really seen people saying in defense of Charlie is that he's a husband and he had kids. Other than that, there's hours of footage of him being a morally reprehensible person. So yeah, I just thought I should say that.
Thank you, Foolie. I appreciate you. I'm dropping down. Girl, what's up, Key? Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, make America great again.
Okay.
Trump is doing good things for this community of mine.
Okay, tell me about it.
Well, like he's not allowing us to get handouts. He is doing good.
He's not
with,
allowing you to get handouts?
yeah, like I don't like black people that just sit around and want a handout. Like that shit irritates me. My mom worked hard for everything that we had growing up, and DEI just sucked. They were just hiring everybody. So
DEI doesn't. Can you tell me about DEI?
Yeah, that shit was for like making shit accessible and just giving people opportunities. I don't think it was necessarily like a equal opportunity thing. It was just a handout.
Okay. So do you know that just about every country sees benefits from giving like social welfare programs to the bottom of society, so that way we don't live amongst like very poor and like sick people?
But like, what about, so he like is against bringing immigrants over here and just giving them handouts. Like, what about our troops and our people here that are already,
What kind of handouts do you think we're giving immigrants?
you guys giving them housing and money and just anything that they really want that are like seeking refuge.
You're talking about undocumented migrants? Yeah. So refugees.
Like, what about our troops that are homeless?
We already do. So if you like helping troops, you would vote for Democrats. We're the ones who passed legislation to expand their benefits. We passed the PACT Act when Biden was in office. Over 1.2 million troops applied for this. It's for people who have been exposed to toxic burn pits, like my brother. We're the ones who expand programs to help needy people. And like migrants are only 3% of our population. So if you think 3% of our population is just siphoning all the benefits from all the like veterans and people who actually need it, I would point you to Republicans who just literally just take it away from people. They're removing 12 million people from Medicaid. There 11,000 people are probably going to die from that. They've cut a bunch of people from the VA. Trump gave historically low donations to historically black colleges and universities. In fact, Obama did $4 billion, and then Trump came in and did $250 million a year, and then Biden came in and did $16 billion. So I think that Trump is, especially having no people of color in his cabinet, I think it's kind of wild you advocate for him.
That makes sense. I'm just fucking with you. I'm sorry. I'm a troll. I came over here because my friend told me about your page, and I was like, let me go mess with Pickles real quick.
God damn it, Key.
If you read my bio, like it's all in there. I am
We don't. No. Hello?
Hey, you in Texas?
Uh-huh.
No, I'm a Democrat too. I'm just wondering because I'm out in California. It's easy over here. Um, how do we actually win things? In Texas, it seems kind of impossible now. We had a moment when Beto was maybe potentially gonna do well, and now it feels like the turning point, Charlie Kirk. The youth, they're not thinking about education. They demonize it. They're not getting educated, and Texas has turned. Florida has turned. What's the strategy for Democrats, you think?
I don't know. I also don't know if this is what people want to listen to me talk about. I'm not a very good strategist in that sense. This is what I do. This is my attempt at maybe talking to people and convincing them that maybe the way they're thinking is wrong, or showing them just about anything they bring from Trump's Truth Social is a lie. And I basically just do fact checking and debates. But
Yeah, fair enough. Keep it
yeah.
up.
I appreciate you, man. Yellow?
Yo,
That is a real fetus. You have a real good guy running for Senate? I know. James Tellerico? Dude, he's so dope. I love him. That's his name's right. It's James Tellerico. Yeah, dude. Hello?
Pickles.
What's up?
You said, what's up, man? You said Trump doesn't have diversity in his cabinet.
No, I said he doesn't have any black people in his cabinet.
Who's Scott Turner?
Who is Scott Turner?
Housing and Urban Development.
He didn't make it into his cabinet, did he?
Yeah, he did. And also, he also nominated Rodney Hood to run the OCC. He's probably the first black person to ever run one of the big regulatory agencies.
Nice. Okay. I stand proven wrong.
And you also, he nominated a black man to run the OCC, the biggest regulator over the banking system. Pretty big deal.
Okay, cool. I would say those are probably maybe his only good picks. Then I wouldn't even know their qualifications, but most of his administration is not qualified for their positions, in my opinion. So DEI is just a boogeyman, in my opinion. None of these people are hired on merit; they're just hired based on loyalty and how rich they are.
How loyalty and how rich they are?
Yeah, how many billionaires are in his cabinet? Like 13.
Okay. Well, I was talking about diversity. Would you say like Marco Rubio is a diverse candidate?
He's Cuban, right?
Right.
Yeah, sure. Again,
Okay.
he's probably one of the only good pits that I actually know of off the top of my head. Marco Rubio, sure. But we'll talk about Russ Vought. Russ Vought, how is he qualified to run the budget?
Who?
Russ Vought.
Oh, the OMB, Russ Vought?
Yeah.
How is he not?
He's just the architect of Project 2025
Okay.
and a billionaire. Do you think that Trump saying he has nothing to do with Project 2025 and then appointing him to the department that handles the budget lines up?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the one making the claim.
Do you think that it's just a coincidence he's completed 47% of Project 2025 in 200 days?
What what has he completed of Project 2025? Are you going off the tracker? That's very vague.
Very vague. It's very specific.
No, it's very vague. I've seen the tracker. You're funny, man.
Okay.
The tracker is very vague. You know it is. Come on.
Okay.
But
we can look at it. We can look at it.
Cabinet.
Here you go. But it seems like Trump's not very. He's not really concerning himself with hiring on merit. He's hiring based on getting this done, I think. The guy who wrote the part of the FCC, what's his name? Carr, C-A-R-R. He is now ahead of the FCC. We've got the Tom Homan, who wrote the part about immigration. He's over immigration.
What about like Scott Bessent? Do you got a problem with him?
He's great. He's Yale. He's a Yale guy, but he's also a weird fringe conspiracy economist now. He used to be highly respected. Now he's got all this weird shit with tariffs that a lot of economists are saying is fucking nonsense. Scott Bessent's just merely backing up Peter Navarro's fringe conspiracies.
Oh, what about Moran? Because Moran also is a big believer in tariffs.
Okay, 2 people.
Keynes.
Who's Keynes?
You don't know who Keynes is?
Mm-mm.
John Maynard Keynes.
Oh. Okay.
That wasn't even supposed to be a gotcha. That's kind of funny. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
Keynes advocated for tariffs. Actually, blanket tariffs.
Blanket tariffs, really? The way he did it?
Kind of, yes. In the 1930s, Keynes wrote literature to the UK Parliament that they should use blanket 10% tariffs as a protectionist measure.
Didn't we try this already with like the tariffs before the Great Depression in the 20s?
Who, Keynes? I was talking about the UK. Keynes was advocating for policy in the United Kingdom.
Oh, then he wasn't familiar with how fucked up it was when we did that 10 years ago when he said that?
Well, no, because the 1930s was 10 years before the Great Depression, and the Great Depression wasn't started.
Oh, it was during the 30s. Yeah, it was 10 years. It started the 30s.
Right. So Keynes wrote that tariffs would be good for protectionist measuring during like a depression.
And then they exasperated the Great Depression.
No.
The Smoot-Hawley tariffs?
No. Well, let's see if we can agree here. What started the Great Depression?
Stock market? I don't know.
The stock market?
I don't know exactly what caused the Great Depression.
Well, I would argue that the New York Fed and World War I started the Great Depression.
Okay.
Would you
Inflation?
disagree?
Sure. I honestly, I don't know exactly how the Great Depression came to be. I just know that the Smoot-Hawley tariffs weren't the cause, but they made it worse. That's the consensus of just about everybody.
Yeah, a bunch of Keynesians, right? That actually Keynes himself would have advocated for what started the Great Depression, which is funny. He also advocated for tariffs too, but realistically, Keynes actually said that what the New York Fed and Britain at the time, they were working together, that they were doing a good thing, and that's what led to the Great Depression, because you had the economy in the UK crumbling, and the US tried to help them by printing a bunch of money, and they were working with them in secret, the New York Fed, and then you had a monetary issue, and you had the collapse of the dollar, and it led to the Great Depression. But everybody wants to blame tariffs. I don't think tariffs caused the Depression.
No one said that. The Smoot-Hawley tariff worsened the Great Depression by triggering a global trade war, shrinking international trade by 66%, hurting U.S. export industries and farmers, increasing prices on essential goods, and straining international relations. While it didn't cause the Great Depression, it exacerbated it. I need to fix that word in my Rolodex. Made it harder for U.S. to recover. Retaliatory tariffs and trade war. Yeah, they used it on importing goods just like we did. Reduced U.S. exports, decreased demand. All of those things will happen. And Trump even admitted himself, even this year, next year, he says we're going to see bad job numbers. I don't see this bouncing back, considering we can just look at the tariffs the first go round and see how they lost more jobs than we gained.
Well, I think we just had another job correction come out of another million jobs from between
2024 and 2025.
What do you think about that?
I think it's political.
You think it's political?
Yeah. Okay. Do you expect us to really believe anything that the new BLS head says after Trump fires him politically?
The new head of the BLS?
Yeah.
Why would I? So should I not believe the BLS then?
After Trump politicized it and he's putting loyalists in his cabinet? Nothing but? Yeah.
A loyalist?
Yeah.
Who's the new head of the BLS? He's a Trump loyalist?
I think there's an interim one right now. I don't think it's a solid deal.
Okay. So He didn't replace everybody there, though, right?
Just the head.
Okay, so there's probably other people there that helped. I'm sure the new head of the BLS didn't like come forward and like do all the work to figure out that data.
Then why did
right?
he fire her?
Who, the head of the BLS?
Yeah.
Well, when you're the leader, you're supposed to make sure it's operating correctly. So if it's not, then you would fire the person, no?
How would they know it was incorrect before they investigated it? They just fired her the day of the report coming out. And he said it himself. His speculation on TV the moment he fired her was that she gave Biden great numbers and she gave me bad numbers. That was his reasoning. Not that she lied, not that we found errors, nothing like that. In fact, that was a lie too, because she reported bad jobs numbers when Biden was in office.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think that was a dumb statement by him. I think he should have just fired her because she stunk. I don't think he should have made stupid, ridiculous statements.
Well, it sounds like that's his stupid, ridiculous reasoning.
No, I think he's just saying dumb shit. I mean, I think.
Do you think that's a good leader? Do you think that's somebody we need in charge? We have to reinterpret everything he says?
Well, I think people who hold political office always spin political messages. Like, that's what they do.
I think you're just all the saming this. I think Trump is the most prolific liar we've ever had in politics.
I don't know about that. There's been some pretty good liars in politics.
I don't know. I think Trump's like
right now the consumer has
80%.
Show me data on that. I haven't seen that. 80%.
Yeah, and also looking at it right now is not fair. What we're doing is we're watching Walmart hold the line and trying to make all of their competitors go out of business. Big companies like that, it's watching them raise their prices and watching them scuffle while Walmart digs deep into their $8 billion yearly pockets, while we subsidize them too, by the way. It's not a good measure to look at it right now. We have to look at it in the coming months. It's only been in effect for a month. In fact, just 12 days ago, we just saw China's small goods that we import from China that are under $800. Those are now tariffed. So, and just about anything you buy from Amazon will have tariffs.
Oh, you're talking about the de minimis tariff, right? The exception.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that I actually, out of all the things that he's done, I actually agree with getting rid of the de minimis exception.
Yeah, I still think just it's all horrible and incoherent and doesn't make sense long term. Nobody's been able to describe long term how this is going to outweigh and how this is going to operate on a global scale. When we start making businesses here and manufacturing shit here that's more expensive than China, because that will be inherently true about just about everything we make. It will always be more expensive to make it here than in China. So people are just going to continue buying Chinese products.
Yeah, the de minimis tariff, though, that actually, there was a bill in Congress that had bipartisan support. Actually, the left was really pushing for it. If the left got it passed in Biden, I would have been really happy. But if you look back at bill number S4082, the Ensure Accountability of the De Minimis Act of 2024, that actually had bipartisan support. And the reason it fell apart wasn't because there was disagreement on that. There was disagreements on other parts of the bill. So as somebody on the left, Pickles, you should probably, unless you disagree with your party, I think the de minimis act is getting rid of it's a good thing.
So recent data indicates 60 to 80% of the new tariffs are passed through to core consumers and good prices. Expected to rise to 80, 90% in coming months.
Oh, okay. But we were talking about the de minimis. Do you know, I mean, if you don't know why, I can explain to you why I think it's a good thing that we got rid of it.
Sure.
So it allows exceptions under $800. So what people are allowed to do is buy directly from Temu. And what Temu is doing is they're taking out small businesses and American companies. Like that's why the left supported.
They're also helping small businesses. So if I was an American business owner here and I bought all of my shirts from Temu and I embroidered them and resold them, that's a business, and those are the people that will go out of business now.
I don't think they'll go out of business. They'll just get their product from somewhere else and still sell it. No.
So like if your prices just shoot up 30% and that's your profit margin, you're just having to make an entire new business model, right? You'd have to just about fire everybody if you're a big business. Like that's not a good idea.
Well, I'm saying like even the left agreed. Like the left actually proposed getting rid of the de minimis. That like they agreed on it.
I don't know. You still haven't told me the perk of it.
I just told you. Well, for a couple reasons. One, it didn't get it when it went through customs. It didn't get checked, so that's one. And two, you had consumers buying directly from China, and China was subsidizing lower prices.
Yeah, I know.
So that
and that's how, and that's what Democrats do to industrialize. But yeah, I just told you that the other side of that coin is that we're going to lose businesses too. Like when Trump did this to steel, we lost 75,000 jobs for every 1,000 jobs created.
well, when Biden put tariffs on steel in 2024, I don't think we lost anything, did we?
I'm sure we did.
The manufacturing sector has been hemorrhaging jobs for quite some time.
Okay, can you tie that to steel for me?
There's a good article in the Atlantic that shows that steel prices rose by like 1.1%, and that basically causes enormous ripples through our economy. Even when we talk about just like building homes or prefabs or whatever, all of these things are now slowed down. Revenues are lower, prices are up, fewer consumers. It just completely fucks up car industry, everything.
So when Biden put tariffs on steel in 2024, prices actually, I think they went down, no? We started buying it from Brazil. So I think he put them on in May of 2024, and I think the price of steel went down, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
And I don't think that's a good indicator of what tariffs do. I think that might just be like an exception, but that's not science. Like watching, like, would you say now that tariffs make things go down in price?
No, I'm not saying it makes it go down in price. I'm just saying that just because you tariff something doesn't automatically mean that the price of something is going to go up. They could, right?
Yeah.
It could be bad, or it could end up being good.
Yeah. Again, like I get the point of doing that. In 2024, Joe Biden did that for votes. That's why anybody does tariffs, usually targeted tariffs. You want Pennsylvania to vote for you, you tariff steel, you embolden the car industry, the auto industry, to get a few 100,000 votes at the cost of losing thousands of jobs.
Okay. So he put tariffs on steel with China, so we would shift our purchasing to Brazil to save jobs in America?
To virtue signal to steel workers in Pennsylvania.
Huh. I didn't know that. I'll have to look into that because I know we shifted our purchasing to Brazil. So I don't know how that would have protected people in Pennsylvania, but
when you go around saying that you're gonna, when you're saying that you're gonna go around and help the steel industry and do tariffs, that's why they cheer for that.
yeah, and a lot of what we're doing now, I think we're shifting to melting excess steel, and they're working on building those plants so that we can refine it and create our own steel here, right? That's like a pretty big deal, from what I understand.
Yeah, but again, I don't know. I want to get back to like tariffs, blanket tariffs. I think they're just a tax on the lower half of the economy. I think it's regressive tax, and I think that the big beautiful bill was basically like a Kansas City shuffle. He said, I'm going to cut your taxes here, but then he secretly raised them with tariffs and told you that other countries pay those tariffs. And that's how this whole conversation started. I said Trump ran his campaign on complete lies, and I said, who pays the tariff? And you said consumers. Trump still maintains, even as of last week, that other countries pay these tariffs. He's lying to y'all so that y'all don't think he's raising your taxes. And I've had to come up here and tell everybody, just about every MAGA I've talked to, that how tariffs work.
Well, I'm not a MAGA, first of all. And listen, I'm not a complete in favor of tariffs. I'm just saying that the consumer doesn't always pay it. And there are economists that have advocated for blanket tariff policies. There are economists that advocate for using it for trade balances, such as Keynes, who's actually a left-wing economist, in my opinion.
He probably advocates for targeted.
No,
So-
he didn't.
Well, also, I mean, Keynes is talking. If we're going to start citing Keynes, then we have to consider that, I mean, 1930 was almost a century ago, right?
Yeah,
And
that's fair.
global trade has dramatically evolved since then.
Yeah.
Also, I heard earlier you
Hey,
yourself said
what's
that
up, Nemo?
Keynes.
By the way, hey, what's up, man? I haven't seen you around in a while. What's going on?
Yeah, not much. You yourself said that Keynes, like his policy or his what he would do as far as economic policy, likely caused the Depression, right?
No, they never.
What did
they
you say
never-
about Keynes related to the Depression other than tariffs?
No, Keynes suggested it. It was part of a policy right to the UK. They didn't actually enact it.
For tariffs?
Yeah, in 1930.
You mentioned.
Okay,
so hold on.
Yeah.
So there were you said two things about Keynes because I was listening for I don't know the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You said two things about Keynes. You mentioned his policy suggestion to the UK. You also mentioned that Keynesian policy would have likely caused the Depression. That the policy that Keynes supported, not the tariff thing, the rest
yes.
of Keynesian theory.
As it relates to what happened between the New York Fed and the UK, yes, because Keynes actually at the time supported what the head of the New York Fed was doing, and he praised him for what he was doing.
Okay. And you blame the New York Fed for the Depression?
Yeah, I would say so.
So you like a guy whose economic theory basically causes the Depression in your eyes?
Who said I like Keynes?
You were saying that, oh yeah, well, Keynes likes tariffs.
No, I'm just saying that there's a left-wing economist that would agree with Trump. I'm not saying I agree with Keynes, nor do I say I agree with. I'm just saying it's.
And we can play that game too. Like Ronald Reagan was against tariffs.
Yeah,
Huh?
I mean
He's
we
an
can
economist?
do tit for tat. Like you can point to Mao being pure evil, and then I can point to Hitler, and then you can point to I don't know Ronald Reagan, and I can point to Barack Obama or Bill Clinton. Like we could do this all day, right?
That wasn't what I was trying to do.
To be clear, obviously I've changed it to good, bad. But as far as like economic theory or whatever, the point is that when you hold up Keynes and say, yeah, he liked tariffs. Okay, I mean, yeah, that was 100 years ago. Keynesian econ is probably, I mean, there are useful things to take from it, but I mean, trying to apply it today just by itself, nah.
Okay.
I mean, neoliberalism is certainly, it takes a lot from that, don't get me wrong. But it also embraces the idea of free trade, like global trade, right? And so that would be inherently anti-tariff.
Today, you're saying today it would be anti-tariff?
Neoliberalism, yeah.
Neoliberalism.
Yeah. So just so you know what I mean when I say neoliberalism, technically, neoliberalism began with like Thatcher, arguably Carter, very much Ronald Reagan. But because when people hear the term liberal, they get confused and they're like, wait a second, Ronald Reagan wasn't a liberal. It's also fair to refer to Ronald Reagan as a neocon, like a neoconservative. And so neoliberalism, I guess the pinnacle of neoliberalism from that era is going to be Clinton, right? Like Clinton kind of embraced the same economic policy broadly that was, I guess, laid out by Bush, like our Bush Sr., but there was some more taxes. Like it wasn't quite as egregious as Reagan and Bush, because they were very much, supply side, all that shit. But it's not like he was some, working man's person, right? We're talking about a resurgent managerial class of neoliberals.
So would you agree, though, like neoliberals would support free market policy like from like an economic standpoint?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're saying like Bill Clinton was a free market capitalist?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're saying Ronald Reagan was a free market capitalist?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anybody?
You could point. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, like, is there any president now that you would consider not a free market capitalist?
Well, I mean, Donald Trump, ironically, is really a neocon in with like a bad coat of paint, but he is doing this bizarre isolationist bend, which makes no sense in today's world. But he's trying to do it, which it is contradictory to what the Republican Party today, well, prior to Trump, was. And I mean, you can even see flashes of that because there are Republicans in the Senate and the House right now who, at the very start of Donald Trump banging the tariff drum, they would have these throwaway comments of like, well, you know, I don't normally like tariffs, but something, something, something. Please don't mention my name in a bad light, Donald Trump. I need to get reelected. So, like, they would all kind of say that. I off the top of my head, I want to say John Kennedy. Is that his name? The Louisiana senator. Ted Cruz, I think, also. And I think possibly Josh Hawley. Those three off the top of my head. But it was a recurring thing that you heard from Republicans around this time, this year. That was the thing. It's like, yeah, you know, normally I don't like tariffs, but short term, something, 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 okay. So even the Republicans don't like tariffs because they are neocons. And neocons, typically, I mean, it's kind of the same economic theory, right? As far as the Democrats, they're neo-libs. And neo-libs, again, not that big on tariffs. There is inherent contradiction there, right? Because Democrats will, in theory, try to push for unions more and try to I guess, argue on behalf of unions. And in some cases, unions are pro-tariff, right? So there is inherent contradiction because ultimately Democrats, I mean the establishment Democrats, the leadership, I'll put it that way, the ones that have been around since the 90s, they are really just repackaging the same economic theory that Reagan ushered in. And I don't like that. But that's where it is. There is some bells and whistles that they tack on there to make it different enough that I vote for them over Republicans, namely higher taxes on the rich, that type of shit. But it's not far enough, right? And that's my issue. So Obama, for example, yeah, got slightly higher taxes in a couple places. Okay, cool. Wasn't far enough, right? In the case of Bill Clinton, NAFTA went through. Now, it should be noted, NAFTA was literally put together by Reagan and Bush Sr. This was not some thing that Clinton did all on his own. But I think that speaks to the common thread that they have, which is a global free trade system.
Got it. Hey, Nima, I never asked you this before. Are you a free market capitalist guy yourself, or are you not?
I mean,
I think he's a socialist. Right?
I'm a socialist, so like, you know, it's a thing.
That's fair. No, that's cool. I mean, like when you say you're a socialist, like what socialism do you prescribe to?
Yeah, that's the annoying one, right? So one thing that's reliable about the far left is that they have more labels than, I don't know, people who really like astrology. So,
like, are you a Hegel guy?
I'm not an ML. I haven't read Hegel, so I can't really speak to that. I'm not an ML though. I don't like Marxist Leninists because I feel like, sorry,
they're not really socialist in my opinion.
I mean, yeah, right. Like, I mean, I view tankies as just like fascists, but they want to be, left wing.
Well, fascism. Well, I guess let me ask, because I've been trying to like debate this in my head. So you'd be a good person because you give me an honest answer. Like when I think about right wing economics, I think of like Hayek, Rothbard, Milton Friedman. I don't know, I guess I can keep naming people. None of them really advocate truly for central planning. Like we could agree on that, right?
Sure.
Can we also agree that corporatism like wouldn't fall under free markets or like capitalism? Like I guess it would fall. I guess it could fall under capitalism, but it's like a rebranding of socialism within capitalism, kind of, right?
I disagree. I view corporatism as the
opposite, right?
I guess, yeah. Like I view socialism is to corporatism what white is to black. Like it is the inverse, right? That's how I view that. Corporatism is the usage of it is a manifestation of capitalism. Like it is a unfortunate like
late
state
of
capitalism. Yeah. Like cronyism, corporatism, that absolutely is a thing that manifests in capitalist systems, and there's a reason for that. It's just a thing that happens, and the system encourages that.
Yeah.
Got it. So Mussolini, though, he was a socialist, but he got kicked out of the party.
And then he denounced. He went all the way backwards on that. No, he came out. Yeah.
Because he was like a big media guy, right? Like he was big in media. He was like chilling with all the socialists. And then did they kick him out or did he kick himself out?
I don't know which one happened. I know that basically once he parted ways with the party, he began shitting all over socialism. I mean, I can pull quotes if you want me to. This guy condemned not even just the party, but the ideology. Like socialism in and of itself thought that it was stupid. So
I'm more like planned economy. So like Hayek, Friedman, those sort of people, you would consider them like free market capitalists, but that would mean they wouldn't want any sort of a planned economy. So like, can you point me to like a right-wing economist that supports free market capitalism that would write for like a planned economy, like corporatism?
So
that's really what I'm looking for.
I think that explain to me what you mean by corporatism, because I feel like you might be conflating those. So corporatism is really just, I guess, corporations running the table, right? Making the policy. Yeah?
Yeah, well, I think I don't think in Italy they were doing it. I think Mussolini was telling them what to do, right?
Are you just contending that fascism requires central planning?
I would say yes, it does.
I don't think so. Like, if you look at the tenets of fascism and the people who studied fascism and how it came to be, while central planning may be a part, they something they had in common. Fascism is the tool to get it in action. Fascism is like different parts that all come together that make it true. Like, the 14 tenets of fascism. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that. I know the talking points. I'm talking about Italy and Mussolini. I don't want to go into the 14. I'm talking about corporatism and econ. And I just want to understand if corporatism requires central planning for it to work.
I don't think so. No, it's just being highly favorable to corporations, like opening your legs like Trump did on Twitter and saying, hey, if you have $1 billion, you want to come do business, we'll cut all red tape and environmental protections for you to operate. And that's favoring corporate, like rich people especially.
Would you consider that the state doing like central planning, like telling businesses what to do?
I don't know. I think you'd have an argument for that with Intel with their 10% investment. That would be a little socialist.
Yeah. So what like right-wing economists could I read that would tell me that that's like what you should do?
I don't know. I don't know if they've written about it, but you would just look at Besant and Navarro for the deal that Trump just made.
On tariffs? I'm talking about like Hayek or Milton Friedman. Like, can you give me? Because I can give
Isn't
you
Besant's a Yale professor? He's an economist.
Who, Besant?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's an economist.
And he's advocating for central planning, right?
Sounds like it.
Okay. So is central planning then now not exclusive to the left? It's also part of the right?
Sure, yeah. I mean, you guys are hypocrites in just about. The right is hypocrites in just about all of those talking points. When you talk about Trump writing an executive order that would lower prices of pharmaceuticals, when you talk about, Trump holding hands with Elon and giving him tons and tons of government handouts. What is it, 8 million a day right now?
Do those sound like free market capitalist principles, though?
No.
Like, would you?
You're
so,
picking
Nemo, would
favorites.
you call that like neoliberalism, like what Trump's doing?
It's picking favorites. It definitely is.
Right. It's not free market capitalism, though. That's more. That wouldn't be like a That wouldn't be neoliberalism, right?
No, it's corporate protectionism.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's cronyism.
Right. Which is sort of like corporatism, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Both very far right fascist ideology.
But they're not. It's not free market capitalism, right?
Okay.
It's capitalism. It's just not so free.
So corporatism is now capitalism.
Of course.
Corporatism is capitalism. Yeah.
Of course. It's
Okay.
yeah. I don't think corporatism can exist without it. Can they?
What? Without
Capitalism?
Yeah.
How would a socialist corporation do corporatism?
A socialist corporation?
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't it just be a worker co-op that the state dictates the means of production?
But it would be the people who dictate the means of production, right? If they owned and they voted on each action those companies made, where would the state come in?
Well, wouldn't the state come in the sense of like dictating production in that situation if
No.
it was corporatism?
Yeah,
You're
so
saying it can't
that doesn't work. Those two things, like if the people own the means of production, how would the state also own that?
Okay, so then in capitalism, if I own my business, shouldn't the government not be telling me how to operate? Isn't that the same argument?
Sure, and I would say Trump is doing that.
I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying you're saying that corporatism is capitalism, but then when I said it couldn't socialism be the same way, you said no. But I gave you an example under capitalism that's no as well, right? So is it neither? Is it still
So
capitalism?
you're like doing if thens, right? So like if blank then this, if not blank then this. It doesn't mean if you found a rule breaker that's not capitalism that it can be socialism. It just means that it absolutely can't be socialism. It could be capitalism, or it has to be capitalism. But just because it's blank and not capitalist, or it doesn't work as a corporatist corporation, then it doesn't make it socialist.
So I'm not saying it makes it socialist. I'm just saying that corporatism can exist within like a socialist economy.
I don't think so, because it would be one person or very few basically ruling the many. And that's the opposite of what socialism is. Socialism would be all dictated by the workers who owned the corporation, the production.
So the state couldn't go to the worker co-op and
They would have
tell
to.
them.
The people would obviously have to write laws and vote on things that would enforce each corporation, maybe of that class, to do something. And then there might be something like the state comes in and tells you, hey, this is what you should do. And the corporation maybe could vote and say, no, this is not what we're going to do.
Okay. Can't that also be the same thing? Like, why wouldn't that be the same thing in just capitalism? Like, if I own my own business and the state comes in and says, hey, you have to do X, Y, and Z, couldn't I just say no?
I mean, unless it's the law, right? Like in both scenarios, you just have to follow the law.
Right. So then capitalism and socialism aren't exclusive to corporatism. Corporatism can exist in both.
How does that put corporatism in the socialist category? In what scenario do the workers own the means of production and have like ownership by the government.
Well, if the government, what do you mean ownership by the government? You mean the government owning?
Yeah. So in one scenario, private corporations are owned by an owner, and those people's labor are exploited for profit. And the owner can do just about anything they want, make decisions for the company. And in the other scenario, the workers, they do those things. They all vote on it. And I don't.
So maybe I'm confused.
I don't like I don't see, like, imagine a corporation that would say, okay, fuck everybody in this town. I'm going to start polluting the air with red chili peppers. And I'm just going to fucking start making sriracha right here in a town of 400,000 people. And then they do that and completely fuck over the town of people, yada, yada, yada. But if it was owned by workers, that's corporatism. And if it's owned by workers and they live in this town, they'd say, no, we're not doing that to our town. We're not going to make chili pepper or sriracha sauce. We're going to make soy sauce. Like, that's what... Trump is out here going, hey, corporations, if you want to come make chili peppers, if you want to come make sriracha in downtown Dallas, you get a green flag to do it. Fuck all these people. We want to see you make money. That's corporatism.
So, yeah, so maybe I'm confused because you had said that, and maybe I got, so if I got it wrong, I thought you had mentioned before that buying shares in Intel would be a form of socialism or no?
Sure, yeah. So like state owned, where the people vote and decide what to do with the corporation like that would be, yeah, that would be socialism.
Okay. So the government owning parts of a company would be socialism.
Yeah, state owned.
Okay.
State sanctioned.
So,
yeah.
So if the state owns, let's say, Intel, and then the state then dictates to Intel the means of production, wouldn't that start to look like corporatism?
No, because the state is the people. The state is the people.
Okay. The state is the people.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't the state the people now?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the difference?
You're telling, like, it's not the will of the people to come in and fuck up our environment. That's Trump's will. That's those corporations' will.
No, I'm talking about like owning companies and dictating where resources go.
I don't know. Nemo, help me out here. This is my brain's mush right now.
The whole like the share thing, owning shares in a company is equal socialism. No.
Yeah, what's Mondani then? Because like he's talking about the state owning grocery stores and dictate. Is that socialism or is that something else?
It's socialism.
Okay.
Yeah. So as far as like, you know, owning shares in a company and that I guess translating to being socialism, it's not directly. I mean, like, there's the issue with the shares argument is that you have people that do not work at the company owning shares, making decisions for the company, right? Because they're on the board. And ultimately, the voices of people who might own a share don't matter, and their voice is equal to the number of shares that they have, aka the amount of money that they have. So their power and their ability to voice their concerns and dictate policy is based purely on the amount of capital that they have versus whether or not they work at the company.
Yeah, and I get what you're saying, but like to me, corporatism is like the merger of the state and the corporations, right? Like we would agree on that.
No, I guess. I don't know. It would be more like the state just giving very favorable things to corporations.
Yeah.
So can I read you a quote by Mussolini himself?
Sure.
Fascism should be more properly be called corporatism because it's the merger of state and corporate power.
Okay.
So like if Trump is so with socialism, right? So Mondani, if he's buying or having the state own grocery stores.
I don't know
What
if
would you
we
consider that?
I don't know if we're going to say Mussolini is the authority on what is fascism. You also have to remember that Mussolini, everything he said was a form of manipulation. So I don't really know if I'm going to look to the manipulator to dissect what it is to instill fascism.
Well, I'm not talking about instilling. I'm talking about like what I mean. But you would agree though that under Mussolini, the state and corporations merged, right? Or is
Sure,
that,
and
like,
I don't think that's exclusive to flat fascism, and I don't think you're going to be able to tell anybody that socialism is fascism, right? Because we on the left, the power is in the hands of the people. We get to decide what's going on. On the right, on the very right, we have people at the very tip top being bureaucratic as fuck, like Trump, imposing tariffs single-handedly, unilaterally on the entire country. If it were the opposite, we would have like people voting on this directly or something. We would say no. This is not a good idea.
and I'm just saying that socialism could probably lead to fascism. No.
No, I don't know. If you believe in the horseshoe theory, sure. I don't know, but like,
Yeah,
you're
I mean, like, yeah, it's going to be horseshoe theory, right? Like, this is political compass where you've got auth left, auth right, right? And so auth right is going to be fascism, and then auth left is going to be, I guess, Mao. But as far as like, I mean, do you view the post office as
The post office question. I love this one.
okay? I mean, do you view the post office as corporatism?
Yeah. I mean, the state is dictating the means of production. It's not free market capitalism. So what else would you call it?
It's not free market capitalism.
Yeah, the state is dictating them.
I don't even think they're there for profit. They don't make profit, do they?
Yeah, I don't think they do either. It's not. It doesn't have a profit motive. It's not. It's not a form of capitalism,
So,
and it's a failing business. So it's
well, it's only a failing business because Republicans voted in that they should fund pensions 70 years in advance back in the early 2000s because they were actually turning a profit prior to that.
well, Republicans are idiots. What do you want me to tell you?
I don't know. Did you vote for them?
I vote for them sometimes. Yeah,
Oh, okay. So you vote for
I would vote for Thomas Massey, but he's a libertarian under the Republican banner. I'd vote for Ron Paul, but again, libertarian under a Republican banner.
Okay. That's not. I feel like you're kind of not answering the question. Like, if you're going to vote for Republicans, they're the ones that cause the issues that you're pointing at. I mean, as far as the post office, like you're telling me that the post office is not free market capitalism, or rather that it is, I don't know. Did you say corporatism?
I don't know what I would call it. I don't know if it's corporatism, but
I mean, like,
definitely not
the
capitalism.
reason that I ask about the post office is because the grocery store thing that Mamdani is talking about would kind of function in the same way. It is that the state is not acquiring existing grocery stores. It's not acquiring corporations or buying into corporations. It is building its own thing, right? It's the same idea as the post office.
But also,
if the post office didn't exist and then the government came in and said, okay, we're going to acquire FedEx, that
Right.
might be different, right? Or if the CEO of FedEx starts getting really buddy with the existing government and basically leverages them for things that are beneficial to FedEx in one way, shape, or form.
There's two types of corporatism: neoliberal, liberal neo-corporatism, and then authoritarian corporatism. Found in authoritarian corporatism is what Mussolini had, found in fascist authoritarian regimes. The state tightly controls corporate groups and uses them to suppress dissent, like Trump does with Mattel, or whoever else disses him in social media. And then liberal neo-corporatism, seen in some modern democracies, Nordic countries, they do unions, business associations, and government collaborate voluntarily to set policies like wages, social welfare, and labor laws. So there's a distinction.
Okay. And I would, back to your question about the post office. I mean, the post office was created, and correct me if I'm wrong, but what was it, like 1775? I don't even think the idea of, well, socialism had just started with the French Revolution. The idea of right wing, left wing wasn't even a United States thing yet. So I don't know. Like right wing then was the monarchy.
Well, whatever the titles were, I don't know if it matters. You know, it's just I think the ideology is what matters.
Well, I think it does, because I think when we talk about like Mussolini and right wing versus left wing, I think right wing versus left wing over the last 400 years has changed.
Yeah.
Not agree?
I mean, left and right, I think the directions don't change. Unless you're talking like the party switch or something. I don't know. I think even left and right.
No.
Then you don't believe in the party swap?
No, I didn't say I didn't want to get into it. I'm saying, like, for example, the right wing used, when it first came into, I guess, iteration, the monarchy was right wing, right? We'd agree?
Sure.
Does the monarchy still exist? Has the monarchy ever existed in the United States?
It's about to. I don't know.
That was a good joke. But no, seriously, like, in the last 250 years, have we had a king?
No.
Right. So, like, if you're talking about, like, period and like what's right wing versus left wing, if monarchy's the right wing, then I don't know.
Doesn't Trump claim to be, like, he has White House posts saying he's king. We have people in my chat right now saying Trump is king.
Yeah, he likes to troll. He's an idiot. What do you?
It's not healthy for politics. It's literally the most harmful thing you can do to society. It's horrible leadership. Horrible.
I agree. Bad political rhetoric is terrible. I agree. I think you and I would agree, Pickles. It's divisive and it's bad.
I think he's testing the waters. I think he's grooming MAGA for another 4 years, or maybe something else he's got up his sleeve. I mean, he's already unilaterally trying to change states' laws at the threat of government funding.
Another 4 years, dude. The shape he's in and how much he weighs. If that guy makes it to 86, I'd be shocked. That dude's fat and out of shape, man. There's, like, really?
You think that's going to stop? You think he's going to be like, you know what? I'm good. You think he's going to do that?
No, I think, like Tom Brady, even if he wanted to, I think just like Tom Brady, eventually Father Time gets everybody.
Yeah, but he's an athlete.
Right, exactly. Trump's not even an athlete.
Yeah, Trump doesn't have to perform athletics as for his job.
Yeah, but he's got to be cognitively functionable, and I don't know. He's going to be
That's
what?
debatable.
86?
That's debatable. I don't think he's been there for the last like 5 years.
You don't think he's been functionable in the last 5 years?
He says very profoundly stupid things that would make me put my grandparents in a nursing home.
That's fair. Can't really argue against that. He does say ridiculous shit.
Do you think that Hannibal Lecter, the late great Hannibal Lecter, endorses him? Do you don't think anybody pulled him aside in his campaign and said, "Hey, you should stop saying that"? What is that?
What? Say what?
The late great Hannibal Lecter endorses him. He said that multiple times in the campaign trail last year.
He says so much stuff. I can't keep track of it all.
Well, it doesn't mean he didn't say it.
Dude, well, what is wrong with the statement? The late great Hannibal Lecter. What is wrong with that statement?
What was the context in which he said it? I don't know.
The late great Hannibal Lecter endorses me. What is wrong with that statement?
I don't know. You tell me, Nemo. I didn't hear the whole thing. So
Anthony Hopkins is not dead. He's also Scottish. He can't vote. He hates Trump. I don't know. Like, everything is wrong with that?
Yeah. Hannibal Lecter is a fictional character. He was a cannibal. You know, I mean, it's clear that not stupid. Are you telling me you've never heard of Silence of the Lambs?
No, that's a great movie.
Oh, okay. So you know Hannibal Lecter. So why are you playing dumb?
So
I'm
the
not playing
reason
dumb.
Here, let me change the statement just to illustrate how stupid
Stop
what you
trying
just
to-
did.
We've
Like,
been having a cool conversation.
what is wrong with the late great Santa Claus endorses me? And you respond with, well, it depends on the context of that statement.
Well, I don't know what was said. Maybe it was even worse than how
I told you what
saying
was
it.
said.
He was probably talking about asylum seekers, and he's so stupid that he thinks of people in insane asylums like Hannibal Lecter, and then he thinks that since he's talking about people stealing visas, and then he thought in the next few sentences he mentioned how they're stealing credit cards because he thinks visas are credit cards.
That's pretty dumb. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the quote. I'd have to go back and I think I found it. I'll have to listen to it. We've gotten very far away from left-wing fascism. I noticed you guys ran from that to Trump. It's cool though.
Kind of like how you're running from the fact that you pretended to not know who Hannibal Lecter was until we demonstrated to you how silly it was that you wouldn't know who Hannibal Lecter was, and then tried to run away from the fact that Donald Trump, the sitting president of the United States of America, said that a fictional character who was a cannibal and a villain in the story endorsed him, and all that you have to respond to that is, well, context.
That's not really. I mean, I'll concede to the fact that it may have appeared that way, but that's not what I'm trying to
I just think the point is like you can point to a few things maybe Biden said, like maybe 3 or 4 things where he stuttered or like stopped talking and just kind of fell flat. But we have Trump like every day of the week. It's pretty bad. I think Trump is, and I'm just saying that's not been a deal breaker for MAGA. So
Yeah, we don't have to play the whataboutism game with Biden. I'm not going to go down that road with you.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Yeah, sure.
But again, Nemo, I wasn't trying to run from that. I didn't know where you're going with the Hannibal Lecter thing, nor was I trying to hide from it.
The fact that Donald Trump, the president, like, dude, the president of the United States, especially in the modern era, every single utterance is saved, it's archived, it's documented, and it reverberates through history, unfortunately. And it has ripple effects that people don't really consider. Nixon being fucking paranoid is the reason why a president currently cannot be indicted. They cannot be indicted. It's not because of a law. It's because of a memo circulated in Nixon's administration. The was it the Office of Legal? Yeah, OLC. The OLC opinion, or memo, whatever the fuck it's called. That basically says you cannot indict a sitting president. You can't investigate or indict a sitting president. And that memo, again, not a law, is policy to this day, which prevented Mueller from really digging in that much. And we just, that's how it is. And that's one microcosm of the effects that a president can have outside of law. And I don't know, man.
So I found the quote. I found the quote that you were referring to with Hannibal Lecter, and he didn't say Hannibal Lecter endorsed him. He was talking about the people coming in. I talk about the late great Hannibal Lecter. Do you know who that is? Hannibal Lecter, Silence of the Lambs. I talk about him, and the fake news would go crazy. Why do you keep mentioning him? Well, because we won a landslide. And he was referring to the people that were coming across the border out of mental institutions that were like him.
And when his campaign was asked about evidence of people emptying their mental institutions, his campaign didn't have any way to authenticate that or substantiate that. So he was, it was just fear mongering. Imagery of Hannibal Lecter is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I agree. That's definitely fear mongering. But would you also agree he didn't say that even the late great Hannibal Lecter would endorse him? Like it was a different quote.
No. He talked about it multiple times. Trump keeps talking about the late great Hannibal Lecter. So that one quote isn't where he said it.
Oh, Okay.
He praises Hannibal Lecter for helping him win. Here he goes. The late great one. Goddamn paywall. The New York.
I have it. If you want me to play it, I can actually play the.
He doesn't just say it once though. He says it at multiple rallies.
Well, I think he's referring to the people coming, which is also bad. It's equally as bad. I'm just saying it's just different. That's why I was asking for the context. Like, I would agree comparing people coming over the border to Hannibal Lecter is a bad thing. But he didn't say he would endorse him, at least in the quote I saw.
Yeah, there's a thing of Anthony Hopkins responding saying that he doesn't endorse Trump. Trump says Hannibal Lecter.
He said, "I don't want to have Hannibal in our country or in our midst."
Trump really using. Okay, so he did not claim the fictional character Hannibal Lecter endorsed him. Referred to the fictional character in context, used Lecter as a part of a recurring unproven narrative that other countries are sending the most dangerous people to the U.S. The remarks in an effort to characterize and document immigrants as violent criminals. That's pretty bad.
So, so I think me asking for context there was a fair.
Yeah, I think we ran into another damning situation, but sure, yeah.
All right. I'm here for a discussion, not a W. So
yeah. But we just hit 1 hour with you. Do you mind if I give you like one more thing to say and we get to the next person?
No, I like you guys. I've talked to Nemo on other panels. I got a lot of respect for him, and I got a lot of respect for you two pickles. I appreciate you having me up and having a good discussion. I like the econ talk. Most people don't want to do that on here, so
for sure.
So appreciate you guys, man.
All right, take it easy, dude.
All right, later.
Chat, tap the screen. Let's get to 100K. Hello?
How's it going?
What's up? Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, sir.
What do you like about Trump?
Well, I actually got to go work here in a little bit, but I wanted to brush on the economics and the tariff side of it all, if you didn't mind backtracking back to that.
Sure.
So, your hat, your glasses, your shirt, your truck, all of that.
You cut out there. Say that again.
Oh, sorry. I was saying your hat, your glasses, your truck, your pants, off the top of your head. Do you happen to know where all of that was made?
China.
Because I can guarantee you it wasn't in America.
Yeah, it was made in China.
Exactly. So your economics 101, I mean, you're helping a foreign government that has wanted nothing but our downfall since day one. But you claim to say you're a patriot. The way my grandfather described economics to me is basically Toby Keith made in America. The only way you're going to help your economy is by buying products made in your country.
Okay, so I would say this is very short-sighted protectionism, national, like ultra-nationalist stance. This is definitely part of fascism. You can like maybe as a simple like layman person looking at the economy, you can be like, yeah, that makes sense. We're going to start making more stuff here that's patriotic. But the truth is, we're going to see a lot of businesses fail here. Our economy is going to shrink because of this. And he's trying to make you feel patriotic about it. And it is true. All of the economists' projections we have say this.
That is very true. I mean, yeah, of course it's going to get worse at first when every store like Target, Walmart, Kmart, all these others, 95% of their products are made in a foreign country. They have to replace that and find businesses to produce it here in America.
And again, these are all tariffs that are an executive order, which can just be wiped out by the next president. And all of these businesses who propped up billions or millions of dollars worth of industry here are just going to fall. So that's why everybody is very shaky. There's so much uncertainty around these investments, even especially right now, because Trump's tariffs are right now struck down and they're temporarily still in place till the 14th of October. Who do you think is stoked about taking billions of dollars and investing it behind a tariff that's about to go away.
I don't even think they're really stoked about it. I just think that they hope that this will lower other countries' tariffs or kick up production in America.
No, this isn't. So there's no country in which these tariffs are the same as any other country. You can't name one country whose tariffs were equal to even a 10% blanket.
That's true. That is true. But I mean, I'm an underground hard rock miner, and the federal grants that we have seen in the mining industry, the timber industry, Trump is on a huge kick to get minerals and materials processed here in America so we could start building things here in America. There's nothing racist or wrong with wanting to support your country's economy and local business. Nothing at all.
I know that, but I think that's just the dream and the vision he's selling you, but there's no economist that says this is going to happen. It's more or less, it looks like a shakedown. It's like Trump is shaking down each one of these countries for God knows what. He does all of this behind closed doors, and he's ending up with $400 million jets. He's ending up with Trump Tower plans in other countries. It's kind of weird.
That is true, and you're not supposed to, your presidency is not supposed to affect your business, and I feel like he is, prospered from it.
He's made 40% of his wealth since January.
Yeah,
using things like Trump coin to get people to buy their way into a meeting with him in the White House.
Yep, I voted for him. I don't agree with everything. Him and Charlie Kirk, I feel like, brought too much of their religion into politics, but I do agree with them on a lot of key points.
I don't think that if you're not a Christian nationalist, you're not in his camp, and he didn't care about you.
I am Christian, but I try to keep that out of politics. Religion doesn't belong in politics.
Then you would disagree with Charlie Kirk.
I know. Charlie Kirk believes religion goes hand in hand with politics. I believe that they should be separate.
I agree. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Nope, that was it, brother. And I just had to say, I love the way you two hold yourselves. This has been one of the nicest panels and debates I have seen on here, brother.
Appreciate you. Thank you, man.
You guys definitely brought up some key points that I'm going to go have to research and, get my education levels up on. So I love what you guys are doing. This right here is what it's all about, brother.
Hey, thanks, dude. I hope you have a good day, all right?
You too. Thank you.
All right. Chat, follow the stream if you enjoy friendly debates. Don't forget, we have Cash App and Venmos in our bio. If you guys are trying to kick somebody, it's $40. Or if you just want to buy me a cup of coffee, I will love you till the day I die.
Hello?
Hello.
What's up?
What's up? Are you a Trump supporter?
I did vote for Trump, but I'm starting to, I started looking into Israel and matters happening in Israel and what's going on, and I'm starting to hate our entire government, to be honest. I hate everyone right now. I really don't have a side. I just wanted to know if you heard about what happened in Nevada at the Cybersecurity Defense Convention.
No.
So there was, I'm not sure about the name, and you can fact check me on this, but apparently someone who is a head of cybersecurity for Israel that directly reports to Netanyahu, I think that's how you pronounce it. He was caught luring a minor that was 16 years old. I'm not sure about the sex or whatever, but they were trying to have sex with that minor, and they got caught, and charges were going to be pressed and everything. But somehow he ended up on a plane and is back in Israel. And I looked at the DA for Nevada, and it's a Trump cabinet appointed woman that has dual citizenship in Israel and America.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I did know about the last piece, but yeah, what he's talking about. Yeah, I remember seeing that.
I think Trump has a very obvious pay for pardon stuff going on too. I think it's pretty bad in the open. I think Trump is very brazenly, openly, the most corrupt president we've ever had. But I don't know. If you can show me something.
I don't know. That's kind of. I feel like the last 4 presidents we've had have all been corrupt heavily.
I don't know. You'd have to substantiate that. We have actual court cases that show he is, though.
I guess so, yeah. I mean, kind of what I'm basing most upon, it would be Clinton and the conspiracy around 9/11 with that. But, I mean, news is starting to take into that. I'm not sure if they're actually going to release everything. on that. And then I don't know, man. It's just I'm starting to not trust anything that I'm reading anymore. I just want all this to somehow fix itself. I'm sick of Israel. I'm sick of Palestine. Sick of all the deaths. I just want it all to stop. I want to figure out what we can actually do, because it seems like if you're far right and you want far right values, you don't have a president to vote for. And if you're far left, you don't really have a president to vote for either, in my opinion.
I think far right's a bad idea in any country. I don't know. I think far left is too, but
far right.
I think Trump is about as far right as this country has seen.
Far right? Yeah, I would say about as far right. But I mean, I don't even really think Trump emulates far right values very well.
I agree. I think he just is a talking head. He's just a talking head.
I think he's a demagogue. I think that's how you say that? Demagogue? Is that how you say that?
I don't know.
Demagogue?
It's a term where a leader gains power by I think the definition was like something like using a false enemy to gain power.
Yeah, fascism. Yeah, that's a common enemy. Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, like what you're referring to, like the false enemy that's going to be a scapegoat, right? But the person that uses a scapegoat is not a demagogue. A demagogue is just somebody that is like a cultist. They spout whatever rhetoric that they believe in it, but yeah.
I see. Okay. How was I? Oh, do they use that information in kind of like the same way as saying like there's a false enemy that trying to like gather people or rally people around? Did I kind of get that right?
They can. So demagogue is more generic. It could be that, or it could be like, I mean, I guess a Democrat demagogue would just be, I don't know, somebody that works for, I mean, fuck, I don't know, like
a political
maybe
leader who
MSNBC?
supports by appealing to the desires and prejudices of ordinary people rather than using rational argument. That's Trump.
That's true.
Yeah.
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 I think that is a perfect definition for Trump right now.
Yeah. When Kirk was shot, they didn't even have a suspect. He was already a leftist to Trump. He wanted to tell the nation to hate us. I've had nothing but death threats in my inbox since.
That's not acceptable. Political violence is never okay.
I agree.
But I will say the suspect they have in custody right now, Tyler Robinson, he was photographed wearing a DSA shirt.
It's been debunked.
Has it?
Yes.
I saw it on his Facebook. Like it was it was a photo from his Facebook. I do know that there was an AI or like a Photoshop photo of him wearing a Trump shirt too.
He was Trump for Halloween, and he was also a Groiper for Halloween.
Was he?
Mm-hmm.
Because I know he wasn't registered in 2024, and he didn't vote in 2024.
He was dressed as a Groiper. He's a Nick Fuentes fan.
It's fair enough. I mean, honestly, I just really wanted to get your thoughts on the whole situation with like him getting away with pedophilia in our country. I think that's absolutely unacceptable.
Who's doing that?
The guy that he was head of security for Israel. He somehow got back to Israel.
Well, that too. Well, yeah. I would also contend that most of the people that Trump surrounds himself with, Matt Gaetz, what's his name, head of DOD, fucking DWI hire. Help me out.
Oh, head
Hegseth.
of DOD?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hegseth.
yeah.
Yeah. Kegseth. He's got rape allegations. Like, it's just so weird. In politics, if somebody has rape allegations, would you fucking go with an arm's length of that motherfucker? No.
But, like, how much is that is, like, political targeting, though? Like,
None. We have police
Carroll
reports.
trying to say that that she got raped by Donald Trump?
Dog.
Like, that's political targeting.
Dog, no, it's not.
So like Hegseth, that is extremely easy to say is not political targeting because it happened like
she was
Hegseth
Republican.
doesn't have a political career, right?
Yeah.
Like
She-
he was a fucking talking head and he was in the military. He was a major. Like that's not a political career, right? That is
And
absolutely
this happened
something
way
that
before.
Hegseth did.
This is way before he ran for politics. So
Exactly.
like there's a 24-page police report. You can go read it, and there's screenshots of all of the correspondence between her and her husband that night, and her even talking about Pete Hegseth being drunk and being inappropriate with women, and how she's trying to play interference for one of the women he's pretty much kind of scaring. And this is also documented everywhere that he is just a drunk everywhere. He's been spotted at bars screaming death to all Muslims. He's been carried out of places blackout drunk at his own nonprofit dinners. He is a fucking drunk. And you like being so desperate, supposedly as the most like popular president ever, you have to resort to hiring these people with these types of allegations and then pushing them through Congress openly, knowing that these things would come out.
I wasn't directly referring to an individual case when I said that. I think it's hard to tell when we actually don't have facts, or when something was even past statute of limitations. For my example is mainly based upon Jean Carroll. I mean,
that doesn't make all of these things wrong, though.
Oh no, that's not what I said. That's not what I meant at all. I'm just saying, in general, if we don't like certain cases, we shouldn't take everything just immediately.
What does that make you think of Trump, though? Like, if I was somebody who did that, and nobody else would come even fucking close to me, and you have to resort to hiring people like Pete Hegseth and people like Matt Gaetz, whose best friend is doing 11 years in prison right now for these crimes that are supposedly not real.
I'm not educated on that case, so I can't really talk about that. I don't really know. I'm not going to be ignorant and say something I don't know.
He has his PayPal, his Venmo transactions were fucking public, dude. He didn't even know to make them private. We can see where he was paying minors for stuff, and the whole house they were doing stuff in had cameras. It was like a fucking mansion. It was all cameraed up.
All like confirmed in like case.
We don't get access to the camera footage because he dipped out of Congress before we got to reveal it.
So then, how do you know what's on the camera footage?
What would there be camera footage of that put his friend in jail?
Oh, okay. So it actually incriminated someone.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to look into that before I like say anything else. But if it's incriminated someone, then yeah, I'm going to believe it.
Yeah, as Matt Gaetz, unfortunately, he's gonna skate. And I'm pretty sure that, you know, this is my speculation. A deal was made. He disappears. He gets the fuck off, and nobody pursues anything because he lives in Florida, right? He's a representative for Florida. These crimes happened in Florida. He was picked by Trump to be, was it AG?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Holy fuck. Wow. That feels so forever ago. Jesus Christ. Okay. So anyway, he was picked by Trump to be AG, and this is with the knowledge that he already was kind of sus, like, because this stuff circulated about him in 2021. And then his buddy was put in prison for it in like 21 or 22. And my speculation is that a deal was made. Pam Bondi was, I think at the time, the AG for Florida. And I'm pretty sure that a trade was made where it's like, look, you let Pam Bondi become AG and we won't investigate you in Florida. That is me just speculating.
We do have records of Pam Bondi receiving, I think it was like 20 grand from Trump, and she immediately dropped a case against him for his fraudulent university in 2019. That's probably how he chose Pam Bondi.
Political bribery. I don't doubt that at all.
Also, one name that oftentimes doesn't get mentioned whenever it relates to Jeff in the Trump orbit is RFK Jr. RFK Jr. has ties to Jeff. And
oh man,
yeah, it's bad.
I kind of liked RFK Jr. because he was starting to do an investigation on the CDC and all of our medical and our medicine. Because I think there's something really bad with our medicine and the oil companies' links. Because I mean, petroleum is still used in our medicine. And it's a big thing in medicine. I was hoping someone would get cleared up, or at least he would try. Are you
Kara,
sure? Like,
Kara, thank you so much for the $20. Have a coffee or two, please. Thank you so much, Kara. Yeah, RFK Jr. has been multiple times since he's been in office cited as making insane claims with medicine. I don't know why anybody still trusts him at all. It's terrifying. He's head of our HHS. He was very good at being conspiratorial and raising doubts and creating fear. But on the left, we've been trying to fight for healthier foods and more regulations this whole time. And Trump is the person who guts all of those things when he gets in office. So I don't see how this makes any sense.
well, I mean, you just made a claim against RFK, and I told you I was looking forward to RFK being in office, but I guess not, if that claim is true.
Yeah, he's already got multiple things. He's the head of the CDC stepped down. She quit.
What? I was informed that he fired them all. He got rid of them.
It's so bad, dude. That's so bad. You really think that he doesn't even have a degree in any sort of science? He did heroin throughout college.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Jeff. Yes, Jeff. He's talked about it. We can probably find, I'll pull the audio if you don't believe me.
He says it's good.
He publicly talked about it.
Wait, he on public he said heroin is good?
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts. Yeah, no, definitely not.
And I mean, as far as like petroleum and medicine or whatever, I mean, you realize that petroleum is a very broad thing, right? Like that's a very, very broad thing. It's kind of like water or I don't know, sugar or.
And just to let you know,
some kind of binder.
This man is in charge of making decisions for us behind closed doors. We just have to trust him now, or even if we don't trust him, he gets to do whatever the fuck he wants. But this man cheated on his wife so many times. He wrote down in a journal all the times he fucked other women, and she found it and unalived herself. Are you aware of that?
No, I don't know much about RFK. I was informed that he was somewhat educated in the Department of Health, so I guess not. I'll have to read up on him more. I don't know. I don't trust anything I hear. Kind of. I mean, I take it for granted, but I'll have to actually look into it. I've only been looking into matters with Israel right now, because it's bad, like really, really bad. I think that should be our focus as a whole country, is solving the problem with Israel and Palestine somehow peacefully if we can. If not, just get rid of the governments there, I guess. Would be the best option if we can't do it peacefully. But the reason why I brought in petroleum when I talked about medicine is because originally before we had natural remedies for medicine, but we ended up making synthetic medicine, and petroleum was used for like the main ingredient in medicine for a long time. And that switch was made by one of the, I think it was the Rockefellers or the Rothschilds, I'm not sure which one, but they owned a company called, it was like Standard Oil. Standard Oil had a split. And then they ended up using those companies to get percentage based off of their money. And because he was getting a percentage base from the petroleum he was getting from oil, he could use it in the market for medicine. So he did something. I was watching a video on the Rothschilds. They did something in our government.
The Rockefellers are
the Rockefellers, yeah.
Or oil. The Rothschilds, that's more just like.
And I still want to get our medical industry investigated heavily. Because, I mean, I don't know if you guys know this, but dementia is curable in every other country. They don't even have dementia. It's not even a term there, besides Canada and the United States. Do you know that? They have cures. Fact check me.
Currently, there's no cure for most types of dementia. There are treatments that can help manage symptoms.
Every other country there is cures. I promise you.
Which country?
One that I know of is Poland.
No, there's currently no cure for dementia in Poland or anywhere else.
I swear I read it somewhere.
There are ongoing efforts and treatments available to manage symptoms, slow disease progression, improve quality of life. Polish scientists are actively involved in developing new compounds, for example, to treat Alzheimer's, and the government's developing a national dementia strategy.
I read something about that there was a cure.
Where?
In Poland.
Terror,
I
somebody paid to kick you. Reagan, thank you so much for the $50 to kick. We love you, Reagan. We have a few friendlies in the box. We'll let y'all up real quick. Guys, tap the screen, and we'll get to our next opposition here shortly. What's up, Shannon?
Hey, how's it going, friend? Are you safe?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I've been worrying about you. I so I don't want to reiterate my story on here, but I'm a little bit scared about what's going to happen, like in the universities. Do you remember what school I went to?
What school you went to?
Yeah, BYU. I talked to you the other day. I'm the
Yeah.
one who's MAGA. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, so I went to BYU, grew up conservative, and then I think my MAGA family's actually gonna like turn me into a talking point because I went to BYU and then became progressive. I don't think this guy, I mean, they're trying to paint this guy as being someone on the left, and when it's really the far right that causes a lot of these violent things. Anyway, I'm just kind of spiraling. I was up for like 44 hours, could not sleep, had a full-on panic attack.
Oh no.
I'm glad you're safe. So,
Oh.
yeah.
I'm sorry to hear. I hope you're doing okay. And yeah, I'm being safe. I'm good. I stay strapped. I feel okay. But
That's great.
thank you. Thank you for checking on me.
Of course. That's all I wanted to say. I hope you have a good one, all right?
You too.
Thank you.
Hello.
What's up?
Can you help me out with the music?
Is that better?
Can you help me out with the music in the background?
Is that better? I said, bro.
I'm sorry?
Is that better?
I can still hear it. I'm going to get flagged on YouTube.
Okay, it's whatever you guys fucking want. I forgot. You guys fucking run TikTok. And so you say strap, bro. You fucking scared, bro? You scared? You guys say strapped?
Yeah, I have
Bro,
people.
you scared? That's why you guys say strapped?
I have people making death threats. Yeah.
They don't mean nothing though, bro.
Okay.
You don't gotta say strapped. They
You're
ain't gonna
right.
act on shit.
You're right. I'm just going crazy. Even though
You are,
right-wing
bro. Why you
domestic
gotta say strapped?
right-wing domestic terrorism is
here we
at an
go,
all-time high.
blaming-
All-time high.
Bro.
In the last
so
20
you're
years,
gonna-
you
you're
guys
gonna-
you guys have
are you-
130 deaths and we have 1. So yeah, I stay strapped.
Bro, you could freaking unalive going in your fucking car and going to the fucking corner, bro. Are you that scared? Are you that scared, bro?
Are you saying
Like-
nobody should have a pew-pew? You're right. We should all not have pew-pews. You guys are pussies.
No, you guys shouldn't be fucking scared of what fucking happened. Like, bro, it could happen to
We
fucking
shouldn't?
anybody. No, I'm not
So
scared.
so you don't think anybody should have guns?
I didn't say that. I just said you guys
then why
are
shouldn't
acting
I?
all scared because you guys are getting these threats and shit. Like, what the
Uh-huh.
fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
who
I
wouldn't
ain't
be scared
scared,
of
bro.
dying? You're not scared of dying?
No, fuck no.
Cool.
Why would I be scared of dying? If
I
I
don't know.
die in my sleep tonight, I die in my sleep. I don't give a fuck.
Joseph, thank you so much for helping him make that happen. Thank you so much for the $40. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up? What do you want to talk about?
I just wanted to talk about like how people are trying to say that the shooter wasn't like a far leftist. Did people not hear what the dad said or the on the it basically spells it out for you.
You're cutting out. What did he say? What did the dad say?
Let me try to disconnect from the Wi-Fi real quick. Is that any better?
He donated to MAGA in 2020.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, did you guys hear the report with the bullet? What he wrote on the bullet casings?
That was already debunked. They didn't confirm that.
That wasn't debunked.
They didn't confirm that.
That was confirmed. That was brought to us by the FBI director. He's the one who confirmed it. He told us what each individual bullet case shell had on it, written on it, and what they found in the gun on bullets that weren't fired yet.
Do you want to show me?
So we know that's not debunked. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
show you the video. Yeah, let me pull it up.
No information was found regarding any bullet casings related to an individual. Never mind. On the unfired casings, hey fascists, catch, followed by controller button, press symbols for the video from
That's
Helldivers. If you read this, you are gay, LMAO, Bella Ciao.
Yeah, that was like the last bullet.
So he was anti-fascist? That makes him far left?
No. Yes, he was far left. And from what his dad said, did you hear about what his dad said when they had the conversation at dinner? They were talking about Charlie Kirk at dinner and how he didn't stand for any of the things he believed in, and how that he hated him, and then he was a part of this organization. And they showed a video of them.
You can be a graper.
Chant.
You can do a graper. You can be a graper and say those things.
I'm confused. What?
Do you know what a graper is?
No.
Somebody who follows Nick Fuentes.
Okay, no, I don't think I've heard anything about Nick Fuentes involved with him, but
isn't some of these quotes on the bullet?
All of it's pointing, even from his parents, it's pointing that he was a leftist. Yes,
that doesn't mean anything that he's a leftist. That doesn't.
He became
that
very
doesn't...
political in college. Yes, it does. His dad confirmed it.
His dad didn't confirm it. Did he say he's a leftist?
Yes. He said he became very political in college, very left leaning. And then from the bullet shells, I mean, that should just tell you right there. But I mean, if you want to like try to deny it, I guess
that the bullet shells do not say anything. If they're it's not common sense. It's not common sense. It's not common sense.
Common sense should tell you that. I mean, with all the evidence that we have in front of us, I think common sense would tell you that. But I mean, if you're trying to deny it, I'm sure.
Okay, to go ahead and be specific. So what about being anti-fascist is far left?
Just the extremist viewpoints that they have.
Is Nick Fuentes extremist?
I don't know who Nick Fuentes is, to be honest with you.
He's a neo-Nazi, and he's absolutely he's on Facebook
did he hate
referencing yes, and so does Nick Fuentes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's far right.
This guy was also a part of a group, and they showed videos of the group that he was a part of that were extreme leftists. They would go up and protest in front of these steps. There's actually a video of him. Give me 1 second. I can tell you the name.
Heed Myers, Groyper Wars. The most notable of these were the Groyper Wars. The white nationalist agitator Nick Fuentes had the racism by ironic jokes became an effort. The young man who still admired. He doesn't. Yes, Fuentes instructed them to publicly troll Kirk. A Facebook photo in which Robinson appears to reference a Groyper meme has led to early speculation of Kirk's killing.
Very far right now, bud, but let me find the name of this group.
He became political, not leftist. Yeah. He didn't. His dad didn't say leftist. He's sitting here over here telling me how I'm in denial. Everything says he's a Nick Fuentes fan.
No. Yes, you are in denial. Yes.
It's all, but he's openly a Nick Fuentes fan.
And I told you I don't know who Nick Fuentes is.
Okay, and that. Well,
how do you know?
How are you telling me?
Look up Nick Fuentes. He's a neo-Nazi.
Okay, you're just admitting
hold on.
You are uninformed about who his favorite people are.
He's a Nick Fuentes fan. Show me where it says he's a Nick Fuentes fan, please. Then what you're saying might make a little bit of sense, but that's new to me. That's honestly, I feel like you're reaching very hard. to try to deny it. But
this is Newsweek. All of these people, everybody says this. Groypers, Helldivers 2, and furries allegedly describe messages looking at reference video games and internet culture.
Yeah, the Discord should tell you they have screenshots of the Discord that basically tell you he was a far left extremist.
You want to pull up that?
I can, yeah. Or just Google the Discord screenshots.
Are you on this, Nemo?
To him being
I'm going down the Groyper pipeline for you.
But wait, can you please pull up the Nick Fuentes thing you claimed?
Yeah.
That he followed Nick Fuentes, please? Just so we can debunk that really quick and move on.
Yep.
It's taking
what is
you
a
a while to
Groyper
find
army?
it.
No, I'm reading all about. There's whole articles on what a Groyper is for you today. No, today. This is all talking about. I'm just trying to find key points. So from 12, Fuentes directed comments, Trump administration need more Trump administration. Nick Kirk success. Fuentes has made several public statements about Kirk shortly after the killing. Fuentes posed, "I am devastated. I feel like a nightmare that will never wake up from. We'll call for unity and writing."
Now, how do you link that to him? How do you know that he followed him? Is what I'm saying.
I'm trying to find it. He has a meme. He has a meme.
He's an awful person.
Yeah, he is a horrible person.
Yeah.
Have you seen Jones?
I don't think you're gonna find it, but
okay.
Keep looking.
Yep.
Prove me wrong.
Utah, Spencer Cox, notice 2 bulges, hello. Whoa, casing, referencing popular name, Ford culture, a niche lifestyle, Italian words, Helldivers, and yet Robinson's alleged motivations are ideology, but few details. 22, young shooter, all sorts of familiar Twitch streamers. Some memes, however, aren't so neutral. The young men who still admired Charlie Kirk tend to be extremely online, which doesn't necessarily mean they all share the same ideology. The most notable of these are Groyper Wars of 2029.
You're struggling, bro.
Dude, I'm reading a whole article. It's called Being a Liberal.
You think you'd be able to pull it up if you made the claim?
You've yet
back
to
up the
pull
claim.
up anything. No, dude, you've yet to pull up anything.
Yeah, you're supposed to be doing homework too, right?
Hey, man, don't try to swap it.
You can't show us anything, dude. You said that you had a source, and then you can't show it to us, man.
The bullet casings was the one claim I made.
You can't show it to us, man.
So we have.
Oh no, man! I think that you're just coping.
We actually have.
No, you're just coping.
What he's talking
you're
about,
just coping.
We're still looking for.
You're actually just coping, man.
Okay.
You should be looking for a source. You can't because it doesn't exist.
If you can't find it, just admit that you made that up.
I can't find that he is a supporter. He did dress as a Groyper for Halloween though.
We knew.
Do you know what a Groyper is?
We all knew that you weren't going to find.
Yeah, this guy's just using this to push bullshit.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah, you're not listening because you keep talking over everyone and just completing your sentences by saying, "Yeah, no, he was actually extreme far left." Blah blah blah. Like you're doing right now.
Here he is.
Yes, because that's what you're doing to the host.
Yeah, keep talking over me.
Tyler, some sort of guy from a meme.
You look ignorant, and I'm just proving you ignorant.
Here he is as a Groyper, dressed as a Groyper. There you go.
I'm so confused on what the fuck you're pulling up right now. Him in a squat.
Yeah.
My God. Like I said, you have to reach really far to come at
it's not a squat. It's not just a squat.
Have laid out, but common sense will tell you yes, he was an extreme.
April Nick says I have it. Tic Tac.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's see it. Yeah, because I'm still waiting. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're still going to show me the part where he's a leftist?
I've already laid out multiple.
You've made claims, and I'm asking you to prove your point.
We've already laid out multiple things, but
you haven't laid out anything. You're running.
You're
running.
My point was that he was a Nick Fuentes fan, not an extreme leftist.
No, your point was he was a
But,
leftist.
and then you couldn't
proof of
prove that he was a Nick Fuentes fan.
You want to
Yeah,
point?
okay, that's why I came up. It's in a
do you
Newsweek
have
article.
something to
Hey man,
prove
yeah,
that
it's a
he is
Newsweek article. I'm talking about it right now.
Okay, pull it
You
up.
could look
Pull it up.
It's new. Yeah, cool. Okay.
Yeah,
It's
pull it up for
Newsweek.
us.
Hey,
Yeah,
bro,
show it
can
to
you
us.
stop repeating yourself?
Dude,
Just
calm down.
I'm not gonna believe
Okay,
you.
thanks.
I want to see it.
So it's Newsweek.
I would like to see
The
it. and I
title,
don't
the
want to take your
title,
word for it.
the title, Big
Pull it up.
Returns. Shut the fuck up. The title is
Pull
"What
it
is a
up.
Groyper? What to Know About Nick Fuentes' Alt-Right Movement," and it specifically talks about the unaliving of Charlie Kirk has reunited attention, particularly between Kirk and the so-called Groyper movement led by the white nationalist Nick Fuentes. They're talking specifically how this guy, he like everything he put on the casing shells.
So there's
was
nothing
Nick.
showing
Hold
that
on,
he
bro.
followed Nick
Can you
Fuentes
stop?
or any
Hey
of that.
man,
No,
my
you're not
microphone
addressing
works a
my
lot better
claim.
than
You're trying to
yours.
pivot.
So just stop talking. Hey, I
I'm
don't like
sorry.
muting people, but I'm going to.
Sorry, I'm trying to hold you to what the
Okay,
original
cool.
claim
So-
was.
so
but if you're
when
gonna try to
everything he
pivot,
wrote on
no,
the shells
you
was-
claimed that he followed Nick Fuentes. I would like to see that.
Okay.
We
Everything
don't.
that
All
he-
these.
Can
all
you
these are
stop? I
conspiracies. What
waited
you're
for you
coming
to
up
stop so I can talk, dude. Shut up.
without evidence that he even followed him. I can't take. I just can't take your.
Let me know when you're done.
Word for
I'll
it.
just mute up. When you're done talking, I'll go ahead and prove
Okay,
the
yeah.
things you're asking. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So what you're saying, it's all kind of a conspiracy until you can show me that he actually followed him and like was a part
All
of
right,
these
Will-
movements.
Will-
just a
Okay.
picture of him
Will-
squatting down isn't
Will,
enough for
we're
me.
okay.
And,
Okay,
and
so go
he
ahead,
made
go
the
ahead and
claim
find
that
us.
he
Go ahead and
followed
find
Nick
us the political
Fuentes.
affiliation stuff that you're talking about, so we can see your evidence.
We already pulled it up. What he
You
wrote
didn't
on
pull
the
up
gun
anything.
casings.
What did you
Can
pull
I-
up?
can I-
You pulled it
Can-
up.
is
You
it my
pulled it
turn
up
to
and
talk
read
yet?
what each bullet said.
That's weird.
Okay, and
You
which
literally
being
pulled it up for me.
anti-fascist is not exclusive to the
because
left.
everything I say you can easily look up, but what you're saying you
Dog!
can't find.
You keep
This
talking.
is why I'm
Can I
saying
please
You're
finish what I was
steamrolling.
saying?
You're
Right,
steamrolling.
okay, now I'm finished. Go ahead.
Okay. So everything that was written on the shells was literally from Groyper memes. That's the if you're reading this, you were gay.
No,
7
hey man,
seconds.
hey, you gave me.
It
you
took
gave
him
me like
7
5
seconds.
Sorry,
All
if it's a
right,
false
so
claim.
okay, holy
That was
crap,
2.
dude. Holy crap. All right, so Newsweek points to everything that he was saying in reference to Nick Fuentes and how he was part of the far right Groyper movement, as well
Okay,
as all the
give
stuff.
us an
that-
example. Of what
Holy
they said,
fuck,
please.
dude! Can I
give us an
please-
example of what he said, please?
Okay, you can go and read the Newsweek article yourself. I've given you the link and the title. You can go ahead and finish
This is
reading
what
all
I'm
that stuff.
saying.
Or I
You're
can just
having to
finish.
reach,
Can
and
I
you can't give
please
me
finish
direct-
what I'm saying?
Give me
Please.
direct quotes from the article that link him to Nick Fuentes. This is all I'm asking. What you're saying is irrelevant.
Okay.
Please show me what links him to that.
Sure. It's a Newsweek article. The title of the Newsweek article is "What is a Groyper? What to Know About Nick Fuentes' Alt-Right Movement." That's the last time I want to repeat it, man. You can ask all 6 of my kids. Dad doesn't like repeating himself. Fucking listen, dude. It's that simple.
Oh, okay.
So
you've
when we have
we've
when we
established
look,
that.
holy fuck. This is aggravating as fuck, dude.
Yeah,
This
you
is-
won't.
This is
move
really
on.
aggravating.
Like you just
Yeah.
want to repeat yourself
Yeah.
over and over
So
again.
when you
because
look
you're
at the
having
things
to
that
reach
he had
so
written
far
on the
to form this
shells.
opinion, you probably don't know what to say.
Okay, are you done? Okay, thanks. So when you take a look at the shells and you say, hey, these are also things that were written on Groyper, like Gab is one of the websites that he was part of, and 4chan was another website that he was part of. Both of those are alt-right wing fucking websites with free speech. Yeah, that free speech is nothing but racism.
And he also
so
has
when he's quoting memes from that, you have to be
Wait,
like,
so
maybe.
he had a 4chan account, so that means he followed Nick Fuentes and he was a grouper? Is that what you're saying?
Groyper.
Everybody
Groyper?
who has a
Groyper?
4chan account is now a
He
grouper?
he also
or Groyper?
he also made a gay or homophobic remark on one of those things. Is that something a leftist would do?
I think I don't know what you're talking about. Let's see.
Yeah, if you can read this, you're gay.
Show it.
If you read this, you're gay. That's one of the things in the bullet casings. You think we would make
he
homophobic
did,
jokes?
Yes, I think that a leftist would do that. Yeah, they should to be like, you're gay, like just like him. I think that would be a joke. Yes.
Yeah, we wouldn't do homophobic
100%.
stuff.
I
no.
do think that would be yeah. You wouldn't think you'd do what they did to Charlie, but you did. They did.
What, you guys have killed 130 people, and
Yeah, like I said,
you
if
gues.
you want to pivot, go ahead. But
It's not a
until you can
pivot.
prove
We're
your
measuring
point-
violence.
until you
We're
can prove
measuring
your point,
violence.
I'm not.
We're measuring violence, and you guys outdo us 130 to 1.
Okay, yeah. Please go ahead and show me where we can relate him to being a groper instead of a far left extremist.
Check Discord.
Like I said,
just sent it to you,
pivoting,
Pickles.
and I'm not really here for that.
Hey, I got a mod announcement. Pickles, it is, I think, time for you to get off.
Oh shit! Yeah, it is. I gotta go.
What do you gotta do?
I
gotta
didn't
go
think
visit
you would
my
ever find it, and I'm glad that
Thanks,
my point
guys.
stands.
Yeah, Pickles has to get off. Listen, guys, if you are not in the Discord, there's a link in Pickles' bio. We are looking for YouTube mods. If you want to become a YouTube mod, please get on the Discord and submit an application, and we will get back to you. Thank you.
Here's
Yeah,
what I was just sent.
the last thing I would like to say is just don't
Here you
believe
go.
what
Dude,
Here you go.
shut up.
Here's-
He's showing the evidence to you right now.
Here you go.
Just
Look
do
at the
research for
screen.
yourself.
Dude, look at the screen.
These extremists.
Okay,
They-
yeah,
they-
he's
they're full of
just, he's just trying
propaganda.
to
They're-
he's just trying to signal boost. That's all he's doing. He's
They're
not
gonna
trying
try to
talk.
push a message
Yeah, no, go to hell.
to you, and I say
Deep throat Clorox, play in
do your own
traffic.
research.
Please play in traffic.
That's all I ask.
Here
I
you
know
go.
he's
Deep
mad.
throat Clorox.
Hell yeah. Go Nemo.
Groypers confirm he's a groyper. That's from a 4chan thing. Here's the memes. This is Pepe the Frog. This is what they usually do. This is their whistle. This is their dog whistle on 4chan. This is him dressing up as that.
Bro, I have that Adidas jacket. That pisses me off. I've never seen
Yeah,
that.
throw that shit away,
as a
dude.
groyper. Yeah, I'm never wearing that again. I like it too. It's really nice. Fuck.
What's
All
up,
right.
TikTok?
Hey Chandler, Miss Chandler. doing well.
Yes,
All right,
baby.
man. Well, have a good day. Have a good night. Thanks for letting me up.
Anytime, guys. I gotta go visit my friend. I will be back
Pickle,
later.
I sent you a text. Get back to me when you can.
Okay.
All right, bye, guys. Bye, Nemo.
Okay.
See ya.
Bye. Y'all chat. I love you. I will see y'all in just a few hours. Bella ciao, chat. Bella ciao.